The housing market in Houston is really interesting because we're so large, so spread out. There's really two really substantial options that you can go with when you're moving to the greater Houston area. One of those is new construction, and the other one is resale. We're going to talk about new construction first. We deal with a lot of new construction because it's become a large part of our business. But when it comes to resales, I can't tell you enough how much different styles there are out here, how Houston just has an amazing architecture scheme. It's different than a lot of areas. So we're going to talk new construction first. New construction is about 20% of the real estate market. It's carrying a lot of the business out there in the real estate field. It's keeping, quite honestly, certain economies alive across the U.S., even with interest rates pushing 7% regularly. New construction is one of the ways that I highly recommend you go. And I say that from someone who's purchased new construction. I'm living in a new construction home. We sell it regularly. They have the best deals. They're going to be able to negotiate with you on price the best. They're going to be able to give you special interest rates that most lenders can't touch, except for some friends of ours, like our friends at the Mortgage Collective. A lot of benefits to go with new construction. Here's the thing I'll say about new construction. If you're thinking about moving here, highly recommend you watch some of our other videos about new construction and really see what we talk about. Things matter, like getting an inspection, working with a professional, not just taking someone's word for, oh yeah, this is fixed, or this is the best condition it's supposed to be. Really going through that process and having someone holding your hand, be by your side. Highly recommend you do that before you do anything else. Resale homes, now here's the thing. I will say that if you're buying a $250,000 home and it's new construction, it's gonna look a lot like other homes. And that may not be the worst thing. If it's your first home, you know, you're really just trying to build some equity in it. Maybe you'll rent it out down the road or you'll sell it, you know, then get your dream home. I will tell you that buying a new construction home is not bad. But if you want character, maybe you want a lower tax rate so your payment will be less, buying resale is definitely one of the ways to go because there's a ton of factors that go into buying a new construction home that can make it more expensive or make it not as unique. So buying a resale home, that's definitely one of the things. And also, most of the time, if you're moving to Houston and you want to have a house with a pool, you need to buy resale. Most homes don't come with a pool, so it's just something you need to keep in mind when you're buying a home in Houston. Now, the next thing, obviously I've touched on a little bit that I'm going to talk about here is the cost of living in Houston. Now, like I said, I am a former Bay Area resident. I will tell you that median income out in Houston versus out in California, your money goes a lot farther out here. You'll notice that gas is cheaper out here. I just literally, as at the filming of this video today, paid $2.44 for gas today per gallon, and it stretches. It goes a long way. Your money goes a lot farther. Also, people are getting paid well out here to do the jobs they're being hired to do. Whether you're in oil and gas, like I said earlier, it's carrying a large part of Houston's economy, the medical field, entertainment, nightlife. And you can actually see that in one of the other videos we did about 10 reasons why you should be moving here or things you should be watching out for when you move here. Those industries are paying well. People are moving here for jobs regularly. We have some of the best cancer research in the country, and it's here, and people are getting jobs there. It's making them a lot of money. So affordability is higher. Home prices are better. Our average home price is in the low 300s across the greater Houston area. Now, mind you, that changes per area that you go into. Like I said, if you're looking in that Memorial area I talked about, or River Oaks, it's way more expensive. So just keep that in mind. But where I live near Cypress, Texas, I paid $199,000 for my home. It's a nice house, 1,500 square feet, 3.2, brand new construction. Absolutely love it. So keep in mind that the cost of living is just significantly better out here than a lot of states when we're talking coastlines. If you're coming from the Midwest, you may be in for a shock because it's definitely cheaper to live in, you know, the middle of nowhere, Tennessee, than Houston, Texas. But you have more opportunity out here for job growth, for you know, just different fields that are coming in. Tesla's built another huge plant right outside of Katy and Sealy. You have Austin right down the road. There's multiple factories. Oracle's here, HP's here. There's so many big companies here. So you just have so much more growth happening down here. So that means that your cost of living is going to get significantly better because people are getting paid more because the better jobs are here. Something that I'm going to touch on very lightly because we've already talked about it in our 10 things video is transportation. Be prepared to have a reliable vehicle with AC. You do not want to be driving from Conroe to Galveston and not have any AC. It's 85 degrees outside today. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, schools and education. This is the biggest thing that I will tell you families need to pay attention for when they're moving here. I don't care about anything else. School districts is 100% the most important thing. You got to make sure that you're paying attention to the ratings. And we talk about ratings in some of our other videos. We use Niche and Great Schools, and that tells us, and you can actually go to our website at ssghtx.com and look at our relocation guide, which you can download for free. And there's also a link to Niche and greatschools.org. And that will give you an idea of the areas you want to move to. If you're thinking about moving to Cypress, great schools. Conroe, great schools. When I moved here, Klein ISD was like one of the best around. It's not as great as it used to be because just other districts have gotten better. There's so many school districts you can look at, and that will help make the decision for you because you want your kids to have a really good education. You should be looking at moving to those areas. Lifestyle and culture, I've touched on it, is huge down here. If you're a sports fan, this is the best place to be. You got passionate sports fans here. We have an XFL league or XFL team, the Roughnecks. We have the Houston Astros, won a couple World Series down here. You got the Texans, they're a good football team. You got the Houston Rockets. At the time of this video, they are in the playoffs right now. So you got a ton of baseball. You got a great minor league baseball team out here as well in Sugarland. A ton of things to do here if you're a sports fan. If you love food, you can travel across the city, go try all kinds of different foods. And I love the culture here. The vibe out here is just so different than being in California. In other states across the country as well. The other thing I will say is that everything's family friendly out here. There's so many opportunities for families to go enjoy themselves, have fun. There's outside events all the time. There's events that just really speak to families. Like there's a neighborhood near us called Jubilee that we are ambassadors for, and they do yoga on the lawn, and they do all these kind of wellness events. And it's really designed for people to connect. And these neighborhoods are really designed for people to come here and enjoy living here and feel like they're getting their money's worth. There's a ton of walking trails, running trails, biking trails, especially when you get into Houston. There's a ton of ways for you to go explore the city and get around as well. I will say this. It's a lot of information. Here's the next thing. If you're going to think about moving to Houston, you got to do your research. Hopefully this helped you do a lot of your research. There's so much more. Reach out to us. Fill out the form below. Once we get that form in, somebody from our team will reach out to you and get with you about what your specific needs are, what your wants are, things you're looking for. And that way we can help guide where you're going to be moving to. And that will give you the best chance at making the best decision. We work with people like you all the time, relocating to Houston and the suburbs. And we absolutely would love and feel honored to serve your family. So you can reach out to us below. That survey link is one of the best ways, or our phone number is also here as well. And again, if you need anything, feel free to reach out.